Hey guys, it's John with Buckle Up with John Buckle, and that is my girlfriend in the background. Say hi.
Hey,
So, welcome back to my channel for one, and two, she has a channel also, but I probably should just leave that for near the end of the video. But what I would like to talk about, and this is probably going to be a fast podcast because I have other things I gotta do. So, we're going to talk about the Indiana Fever. We're going to talk about the Pacers if we can, maybe about the Colts if we can, and maybe about the Reds if we can. But it probably will not go on for that long. So I'm going to try to put as much information in this video about whatever subject or team or player I'm on, and we'll just go from there. So again, welcome back to my channel. If you guys have not been on it already, welcome back. I'm John again.
and this is his girlfriend, Kimberly Coons.
That is my girlfriend. I think she meant. So we are going to talk about the Indiana Fever and how they've had some beef going on. And if you guys don't know what that means, I'm guessing a lot of you guys, or at least most of you guys, know what I'm talking about on here by players having beef with each other, teams having beef with each other. It means they're smack talking each other, for a cleaner word to say that, or you could say
Trash
they're
talk or trying
trash
to start an
talking,
argument or a
trash
fight.
talking, yes, trash talking or starting an argument during the game, which I'm sure everyone, if not everyone, maybe most of you have seen on YouTube and whatnot. Kim, would you like to kind of take the floor?
Yeah, there a lot of the players from each team do trash talking and do try to start arguments. So there's a lot of beefing on each team. Um, so you can't really say that your team really doesn't do that, but you know darn
There's a
well
little bit,
that your team does do that a
or a
little bit,
player on your team, yeah.
or a different player that you get along with or play the game with. So,
So in specific, Caitlin Clark and her coach, Stephanie White. That's what her name. That's what her name is. I knew it was gonna come to me. So Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark. I guess people thought they were having chatter going on or beef going on, or
it was more like beefing.
they were. A lot of people just thought they were on the same page for a long while there, and I mean, it probably did seem like that for a long while, but there's what, 50 games in this WNBA season, maybe less than that.
Mhm.
And as you guys have probably either heard or saw, the Fever have won, I think they said five of their last maybe six games or something like that. They've been doing really well. So Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark they're getting along better. I think there was just some confusion on whether they were going to work well together.
And I
In
think
all
there was
inter
a lot of misunderstanding too.
Yeah, I was talking to Kim about this same thing because people were online saying that Stephanie White is not the coach for the Fever. Caitlin Clark is not Caitlin Clark is not playing her best, or whatever the negative comments, so to speak, were negative comments were. So I think it was Friday, Thursday or Friday, they lost against the Atlanta Dream, and we all know where this is gonna go because one of their players, one of their players, I think she's a center slash power forward maybe. You guys probably already know where I'm going with this. Go ahead and say her name, Kim.
Uh, is it Sophie or
No,
Sophia?
no, on that Living the Dream is what I'm. You remember that other player that we were talking about,
Um, you
Angel,
might have to say it, babe, because I can't.
Angel, Angel, Angel Reese.
Oh yeah, Angel Reese. Yeah, yeah.
It took her a little bit, but there's been a lot going on also on social media that if you guys have even been on there, I know I kind of scroll past it when I initially see it and I just scroll past it, but Kim can probably tell you that I'm not I don't think a lot of people, a lot of players, a lot of people in the association are they're not pleased with her. I don't think, but maybe that is my opinion, that is my belief. What do you think, Kim?
I think that there's a lot of misunderstanding when it comes to players on sport teams because there is a lot of sports information on social media to where it's very easily for people to get confused of what information goes to what without writing it down. That's why it took me a minute to figure that name out because I've seen so
But
much sports information on social media. It was kind of hard to get that name in my mind.
like
So,
lawyer memory bank, I guess.
yeah, pretty much.
So I might have talked to you about Angel Reese before. She's Angel Reese. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
She um she has a bit of an attitude, I think, and I'm not gonna say where that's coming from because Kim may know what I'm trying not to say on this podcast because Angel Reese she goes about things a different way. Let's just put it that way.
And she is like very hard on her team.
So, anyways, we're gonna get off of that for a while, but for now, anyways. But the Atlanta Dream, I think, are at the very top of the conference right now for the Eastern Conference in the WNBA. I think the Indiana Fever are in third. Sophie Cunningham has been just going off from deep in the last maybe couple to few games anyways or more games. She's just a clutch player in clutch times. Unfortunately, from the last few games that I saw, or at least game I saw, um, the Fever have gone to Sophie Cunningham from three a lot. Caitlin Clark has not had her 3-point shot working for her, and I think we might have mentioned this before, but if not, Stephanie White and Caitlin Clark have had so-called beef, and they're just they. I mean, I think things are moving in the right direction right now. They have won a lot more games recently, and I think Kelsey Mitchell she's playing really well too. I think Aaliyah Boston hasn't really been on the floor as much from what I've saw, but anyways, for you Fever fans, Indiana Fever fans, you guys, I think you guys in the for my in my opinion, you guys have a good team. Looks like you have a good team in the future. Aaliyah Boston, you guys have Caitlin Clark, you guys have Sophie Cunningham, you guys have Kelsey Mitchell. I'm not sure if I said two players' names twice or not. You guys can again give me feedback in the notification or the comments. I'm sorry, comments down there. You guys just give us positive too. Give us some positive feed too. So the Fever have been they're getting a lot better. I feel like they're getting a lot better. At least Sophie is. Caitlin has been off of her game for a little bit now, but in general, like the last couple games maybe, they just I think the last game they would get to where they would tie the game, and then at the end of the game they would fall short, and it's cost them a lot in the end. So hopefully in the future things will be a lot better. Obviously, I'm still waiting to see if they can get another banner up in Gainbridge Fieldhouse. They I think the Fever have their own banner in Gainbridge Fieldhouse from 0405 maybe it was. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe the Fever have already won a title. They won it with Tamika Catchings and Katie Douglas back when I was growing up, actually. So with that, with that, um, I'm gonna go to the Pacers. Really doesn't surprise you, does it, Kim? Yep, exactly. Really doesn't surprise us, but from what I've heard, Halliburton has put on a lot of muscle. He's really going at his workouts. He's doing a lot more. I've told him that if you guys look on Google, I might have said this before too, but if you guys look on Google, he has put on a lot of muscle. He's been working out, and I guarantee you, almost guarantee you actually, this next season he's not going to be he's not going to Tyrese is not going to be shooting a lot of threes. He's going to be taking into the paint. So you can, if you want to, Kim, you can talk about that.
Um, I've even searched up Tyrese Halliburton with more muscle. He has gained so much more muscle in his arms. It is crazy. Like if you was to see him out in public, you might not even recognize him.
Hmm.
You can agree or disagree with me, babe, but I think everybody would agree with me.
He's
Um,
gotten a lot more muscle on him. Yeah, really worked
and
out. Really, he's done a
and I
lot.
think
It looks like.
and I think that with the next season coming up, he will do a lot better, and I think he strengthened his muscles so that he doesn't torn an Achilles.
And I
So
hope. Go
Pacers
ahead.
might be doing good this next season. Oh, we can only pray and hope, but we're not going to get our hopes up because who knows? They have to play the game. They have to win the game.
Not
But
us.
if they really want to win it, they got to put in the effort for it. So it's on them. So
She has said a lot of accurate things since she has talked. Kim has. I also want to say that I listened to some podcasts earlier and heard that I feel like not only heard this, but I feel like Ivok Zubak. I really wish I could figure out his pronounce his first name right, but anyway, Zubak. Since he got traded here last offseason for Benedict Mathurin, which by the way, Benedict Mathurin, happy birthday. I don't know if my girl, well, Kim knows that, but you had a birthday yesterday. So Kim, if you would like to give a shout out to him for his birthday.
I did not know yesterday was his Benedict Matherin's birthday, but happy birthday to the Pacer player, Benedict Matherin.
Yeah, he had a. I hope you had a heck of a birthday, man. We miss you in Indy. I think Kim
Hmm.
as Kim saw you play last year. We still wish you were in Indy. I hope you come back. If not, then we wish you the best. You you've had so many good plays. You pretty much grew up here. And I know
Hmm.
Ben is from Canada, so please don't block me if I say he's from Canada. That's personal. But he um he he's been a pacer before. He got drafted here, obviously, with Andrew. Andrew, hope to the Lord, to the Lord. Hope and pray that you don't get traded either. But that will be in the future. I would like to say though that there might be trades coming. Obi Toppin is in the conversation. I believe Ben Shepherd is in the conversation. I believe Jarris Walker is in the conversation. And there is another one. I'm trying to think of the other one. Right. Oh, it's not TJ McConnell. God, I hope he doesn't get traded either. But there's another one, and I can't think of the name right now, but there's four players that could be getting traded this off season, going into next off season, because obviously we got Zubac in trade for Matherin, and we're trying to add another playmaker to the to our to help us with our to, to help us win more basketball games. Sorry guys, I'm trying to say that right. To win more basketball games, and I mean, with what's going on, what's in store, we could get Damaron Sharp is the name that comes to mind. We could get there's a center that's on the that was on the Thunder, at least was on the Thunder. He was on the Thunder. His name is Isaiah Hartenstein. There is other players too. Trying to think of any other players, but there we will probably have another trade coming out here soon, because not only I, but now my Kim is going to be agreeing with me too. If we don't get another playmaker for our team to help out Tyrese this year, we can't have Tyrese doing everything. We just can't. And obviously other people have to be healthy. But if we can get another playmaker to help us win more ball games, I think it's gonna be scary. It's gonna be a scary year. Also with Zubac being our center, I'm hoping that he's taking more threes, practicing more threes. He needs to be taking more threes. This is, believe it or not, we're in a the, we're in a league now that is being it's having a lot. We have a lot of players in the league that have been shooting way more threes in this era, I guess you could call it. And I'm hoping Zubac is gonna shoot a lot more threes from that standpoint. I hope Pascal is. I mean, everybody. If anybody wants to win a championship as bad as I do, Kim probably knows that. Not surprising.
Hmm.
And Kim probably also wants this Pacers team to win a championship. So
Yep, most
if
definitely.
we if we could just get another playmaker, and hopefully not pl pay this player that we hopefully get at some point. If we don't pay him, we can't we really can't use our luxury tax to pay for this next player because we almost did it last off season, I believe, with Miles Turner, and you see what happened there. I think we won that trade, and I think a lot of people will say a lot of you guys will probably say we won that trade too. And with Miles Turner actually in Milwaukee, he's actually getting traded here soon. I personally believe that because Milwaukee is not going. They're probably going to be rebuilding this year. Milwaukee is not going to look great this year. I think Giannis might be. Gosh, I'm going to hate saying this. I'm going to hate saying this. I think Giannis, unfortunately, from what I'm hearing, could be going to Boston. Um, yeah, that it's not sounding good right now, but hopefully, fingers crossed he doesn't go to Boston because Boston, oh my God. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, Jalen Brown could be getting traded. But either way, Giannis is going to be going. Giannis could be going to Boston, and Jalen Brown, if we're lucky, will be headed out of Boston. I'd really like that. If he could be headed out of Boston too, I think LeBron might be headed to Golden State. He might be. Kawhi Leonard could be too. There's a mock draft going on there with LeBron potentially going to Golden State. So uh, Kawhi Leonard could also be going to Golden State on a buyout in LA, and Klay Thompson could be also going to Golden State to reunite with Steph. And personally, I would love for that to happen. I want to see Steph and Clay, uh, and Clay reunite. So that's also going to be so cool. So hopefully that whole mock trade doesn't doesn't happen. I would really like to just see LeBron stay in LA personally. I think I think I read that Bryce James is not going to be going into the NBA draft this year. He might be going into the draft next year. Brian James is just he's not really doing anything for the Lakers anyway, so I don't really know what you have to say about him. So, and then we just for the Colts they have got I really would like them for uh for them just to get let's see, what is his name? Leonard. I can't think of his name right now.
Darius
Um,
Leonard.
not Darius Leonard. He got traded, but gosh dang it, I can't think of what his name is. He got drafted
I
by the
know who
Colts
you're
last
talking
year.
about too.
If you
I
guys
can't think
know
of
his
the name.
name, yeah, if you guys know his name, please comment or whatever. I'd really like that. So he was the quarterback on the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, I believe, last year or the year before. Would really like for him to play at the quarterback position. We also got another guy in the off season that probably is going to be our backup. And Anthony Richardson is probably going to be a bust. Sorry for you guys that are Darius Leonard. Gosh dang it, man. Uh, Anthony Richardson fans, you guys he's not going to be he's just a bust. Already had way too many injuries. It's not he's only played 3 snaps in the last like I don't know what those last games were, but and I don't really care to know. I just know that he's not. They want. I guess the front office thinks they want to have Anthony Richardson back on the team and play, but I don't think he's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be there for much longer, honestly. So he's doing good on his rehab. I have heard that, but he's. I'm not even an Anthony Richardson fan anymore. He's not.
So they can't
He's not
really count. They really can't count on him
on
to
him.
help
Yeah.
play the games and stuff.
And Daniel Jones is, I hope that he's more of the quarterback this year and hope he he's getting his rehab in and whatnot. So I think that'll be the end of the show. I'm hoping you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Again, I am John with Buckle Up with John Buckle. That is Kim.
His girlfriend, Kimberly Coons.
That took a little bit of time for whatever reason. Please subscribe to her channel. Please subscribe to mine. Hit that subscribe button up somewhere up here or down there or wherever it is. Give us a like, give her a like, give us a comment. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Like I said earlier, until next time, you guys will hopefully be, I'll hopefully begin giving you guys more, more news and more information. Go Colts, go Fever, and definitely go Pacers. See if they can get that title either next year, maybe in the years to come. So again, I'm John with Buckle Up with John Buckle. She's
His girlfriend, Kimberly Coons.
what is your pot or YouTube name?
My YouTube name is, you will have to type in my name, Kimberly Coons, but it is at Gifts Made by Kim Coons. And I post videos about crocheting. I am teaching myself how to knit, and I will be posting videos about diamond art and just handmade crafts that I can do and show you guys how to do.
So with that, give a huge, huge applause to my girlfriend tonight. She has been awesome. Again, this is Buckle Up with John Buckle. I'm John with Buckle Up with John Buckle. See you guys soon in the next episode. Peace, guys.
Peace.